I just want to make sure everything is working and that everybody can hear me and all that stuff. So, yeah, long story short, my name is Catherine. I'm from Cyborg Digital. Welcome to Cyborg Spill. It's a weekly podcast where we give tips and tricks out to small business owners about how to grow their business, whether you're a small, medium, or, you know, a big business. Are you doing your ads correctly? Is what you're doing actually working? So, it's been a minute. I'll be honest, I've been having quite some challenges, let's call it challenges, the last few weeks internally. Um, we've been, we're building out our new ad, which is taking quite a lot of time. So it's a new funneling system, which is great. I've been learning, been growing, all that stuff, but I figured I should go live because it's been, like I said, it's been a minute. So just want to check if the setup is looking good. Everything's looking fine. Fantastic. So last week we spoke about how we're going to build my agency's ad, basically. And we spoke about, planning a campaign, planning a strategy, planning what you should be doing if you acquire a lead. What are you going to do after that if you get the lead? So this entire live, we have a part one. The part one is on the YouTube channel and our Facebook page already. But what we're going to do now is we're basically going to dive deeper, into the strategy. So part one was all about the planning and, how we're going to do it and what our plans are on doing it. And the last time we spoke, I actually showed you guys how to use, I think it was Google Drawings. We drew something on Google Drawings. Yes, let me quickly share my screen. Fantastic. So that's where I left you guys the last time. We were just like kind of just spotting the gaps and stuff, to see. I'm just going to move this camera like this. Fantastic. We were just spotting to see, how are we actually going to do this? I'm just going to move this camera again. There we go. Fantastic. It should be fine. Cool. Looking much better. Anyway, we were speaking about how we're actually going to do these ads, what types of ads we're going to use, and what potential blockages there were. So from my side, I'm going to share my screen again to what we made last time, and we were speaking about our conversion ad. What would the journey be there? How would it look like? How would we actually pull this off? So the last time we spoke, I said to you our ad is going to go on Meta, Google Search, Google Display, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And I said, cool, people are going to see the ad. Now, a lot of people only worry about this stage of the funnel. They worry about, cool, people see an ad, you get an inquiry, and then that's all she wrote. I don't believe in that. I think you should look at the entire journey from the top to bottom to kind of figure out kinks and how the flow would work. Because as you guys know, and I'll share my screen again with you, but as you know, I always believe in embrace the power of structure and flow. They are the pillars that transform chaos into progress. So I'm quite adamant on flow because with flow you grow. No pun intended. With flow you grow. Trademarked right here at Cyborg Digital's live. Anyway, so people are gonna see the ad, then they're gonna do something. They're gonna take action and do something. So they are gonna either do one of three things, in my opinion. They're either going to go to our website, they're going to go to our social media pages, or they are going to go to straight up, WhatsApp, email, and phone call us. So our first thing that we spoke about was if they go to my website, what do I want them to do? What's the journey I want them to take? So if you go to my website, obviously you can email me or call me, but the predominant buttony things that you can press is this lead form right here, and then at the bottom there is another one right here on the left, and then we also have a WhatsApp button. Now my last live I said to you guys, if somebody goes on that contact form or the other contact form at the bottom of the website, I want this lead to be semi pre-qualified. So I don't know if you know this, but if you're a business owner and you're looking at this live or you're at this section of the website, Contact 7 is the plugin that normally we use on WordPress websites, which is normally the most that, like, I mean, of all the websites I've seen in South Africa that I've audited or integrated pixels on or analytic codes or whatever, it's either Shopify or it's WordPress. It's one of the two. And you get plugins called like Contact 7 or whatever the case might be that actually have, step by step contact forms. So instead of just getting somebody's name, number, and email, you can ask them for more information that would help you pre-qualify your lead more. Now, a lot of people would just add various contact fields like name, number, email, and then ask 2 or 3 questions. Or other people would actually ask name, number, email. There would be a next button and like a questionnaire or like a survey. The client can actually fill in useful information for your business. So if you didn't know about that, check that out, because I think that would help a lot of companies that, for example, if you're in a specific industry where, you need to know if the person has a valid ID or whatever the case might be, you could have that as a pre-qualified form. So ask your web guy to do it or contact us here at cyborgdigital.co.za. I'm sure we can hook you up with somebody. Cool. So getting back to the explanation. So the 2 things that I would like to, happen here on the website is we need to ask our users more questions, hands down. Like if I have somebody's name, email, and number, that's not going to help me a lot with, what I need from them. I need to ask other specific questions. I need to ask them, in my industry, in what I do, I would need to ask somebody, what's your website URL? Have you advertised before? What platforms have you tried before? More serious questions like, what's your current turnover? Because, it's a bottom line kind of question. At the end of the day, I tell people that my ads will help them grow their business in their industry. But what we've also seen is that only applies for certain industries. So you kind of have to check, where's a guy at as well? So that would be an important question for me. So there's a few questions that I'm going to optimize here on a landing page, and I'll ask my web developer to do that soon. So that's the kind of questions that I ask myself, when it comes to pre-qualifying leads on a website. So that's the first part. The second part is on my website specifically, there's a WhatsApp button. Now, I would like it if somebody, clicks on WhatsApp and they're ready to contact me, I want a bot to talk to them. Like, I don't necessarily have the time to talk to my clients all the time when they inquire. So it's not like really clients, it's prospects. If I have 50 people, and guys, some days it's insane, like, especially for, I always say our companies, we don't struggle getting leads. We struggle with production, where other companies have the opposite issue. They've got all these people just waiting for work, but the business isn't coming in. So with us, for example, we get a lot of inquiries from a lot of people, and it's like they ask questions, they want to be educated. Some people are serious, some people aren't serious. And at the end of the day, if somebody is at my website, for the one viewer watching now, I just saw you popping in. How's it? Thank you for joining. But long story short, we don't want to necessarily stop our production and then speak to 50 people because we don't have the time, right? So for me, something I really want to incorporate into my website is a bot. I literally want, if somebody clicks through WhatsApp to my WhatsApp, I want a bot to have a conversation with the client like as if it was a human, giving them all the information they would anyway ask me. So I kind of want the guy to do their fishing before they get to me in a call. So that's definitely the second thing that I'm going to optimize here on my website. I see we've got 2 viewers currently watching live. Thank you so much for joining. Anyway, so that is from a website perspective that I really want to upgrade on my site before I even turn on my ad. The second thing is they might go to my social media pages. Now, you all know, people watching this, people that are going to watch this later, if somebody inquires from wherever to your business's messenger or to your DMs on Instagram or on LinkedIn or wherever, sometimes we drop the ball. You can say what you want to, but I've seen so many of my own clients that leave their inboxes, right, of people DMing them. They just leave it there because people are of the mindset that if the client is really, really interested, they would rather email you. And that's sometimes, in my opinion, the furthest thing from the truth. People want conversation. People want to connect. They want to engage with brands. They want to. People like talking, especially South African customers. They have 20,000 questions before they want to take something further. So something that's very important in this division here is just the autoresponder. Now we luckily have that. I made sure that we've got autoresponders on our DMs where we say there, listen, thank you so much for inquiring, but if you want to, take this further, please go to route XYZ. And the reason why we do that, it's just such a better and easier way of navigating traffic. So I really do recommend, if you're a business owner or you have a page or a brand or an e-commerce store or whatever the case might be, I highly, highly suggest putting autoresponders on your pages. You'll see now here, if I go to our page here, or if I go to our Instagram, if you message Cyborg, so check here, if I say hello as an example, you see immediately there's an autoresponder here saying, hey there, get ready to unleash the power of Cyborg Digital. We're all about turning digital dreams into real sales and taking your brand to new heights. Need growth? We've got the secret sauce to bring the perfect crowd to your e-commerce brand. Let's chat and make some digital magic happen. Click here. Now immediately there, if a client clicks there, they will immediately go to our demo deck. And I see there, for example, and that's why it's so important doing these tests before you even start an ad. Now I see, okay, cool, this Calendly link is expired. And that kind of means at the end of the day that, if people click, they can't make a booking with me, which isn't a good thing. So I'm just actually going to make a note of that here. So you see, guys, it's very important running yourself through the customer's journey. I think this is something that I want to kind of how can I say, just chat on a bit. At the end of the day, if you're going to pay for ads, if you're paying for ads for people to click on them, right, you want to make sure that that prospect has the easiest navigation to where you want them to be, right? So, for example, here, I just checked, my Calendly link isn't working. I should fix that. And I've seen so many times where people run ads or do things where it's kind of like, how can I say, it's kind of like they didn't do a test run. They didn't check, listen, how is my user going to experience this experience? And then they run the ads, get clicks, don't get leads, and people go like, why? And it's literally because you didn't check the finer things, the finer details. So, long story short, what I'm going to do here is I'm obviously going to fix it, but I'm also thinking about changing that message. Now that I think about it, I don't want somebody just to inquire on my page and just immediately be able to book a demo by me. I want them to go to a point. So I think something that I'm going to do here is I'm going to let my team know, listen, this autoresponder, I would like to change that. I would like to say, please visit our website for more information. So, because at the website, if they really want to inquire, they are going to go either through that 3 channels. So I'm going to quickly let my team know about that whilst we are on this live, and then I know it's done. So I'm just going to send this. Hello, please change this. Let's chat and make something digital magic happen. Please change that line to let's chat and make some digital magic happen. Pre-qualify yourself on our website and just put the web address there. Just make sure that this is an all like LinkedIn Instagram, Facebook, TikTok if you can, and maybe Twitter as well. Just make sure that all our autoresponders have this kind of message where they are rather redirected to our website instead of our direct Calendly booking. Thank you so much. Cool. So now that's done. Now I know, cool, if somebody goes to, to the social media pages, there's going to be an autoresponder. And basically that autoresponder, I'm just going to put this other funnel of us there. Great. They're going to go to an autoresponder, and that autoresponder will take them to the website. So basically, we're just navigating the traffic back to these two tools here. And we know we're going to pre-qualify the people there and there. And we also know we're going to have a bot there. Okay, cool. So that's fine. Now the other thing. Somebody will maybe straight up just contact you. They'll WhatsApp you. We know we've got the bot running there for WhatsApp. So that's going to help a bit, with Flow. But somebody's going to email you or phone call you. Now, at the end of the day, I am a big believer in if somebody phones you, they're really interested. Then it's all up to you. As the business owner, as the sales team, you have to talk to that client, pre-qualify them on the go, on the phone, and lock and load it. If somebody emails you, what I normally suggest for emails is just sending them all the information they need fast and in bite-sized pieces, if I can put it like that. So something that I normally, if you're a business owner and you're just thinking about ways to, like I said, close deals faster, give the people what they want. Like, people want 3 things. They want to see, can I trust you? What's your reviews? How does your work look like? And what is your case studies or success stories? This doesn't matter in what industry you are. You could be selling cars. If you're selling cars, they want to know, cool, how many cars have you guys personally sold? What's my insurance on the car? What's the pricing? Have you sold this car before to other people, and what do they say? As I said, testimonials, case studies. It depends on per industry, but people want info fast because people in today's time, they want to make fast decisions and kind of get on with it. So the 3 documents, like I said, that I normally do for my clients is this. I'll quickly show you guys my screen. I would send them 3 documents, and those 3 documents is normally I would say just like a flyer, like a rate card almost. So I would send them, this is what we are, this is what we can do for your brand, and then basically some interesting stats and facts about each platform, just to get them going, if I can put it like that. Then other thing that I would also send immediately is case studies, saying like, listen, this is what people say about us, and this is what we've done in the past. This is our proof of what we've actually accomplished for other stores. So I would definitely send them that. And then I would also send them a very nice design portfolio. Now I'm just going to, for privacy's sake, just do that fast, because obviously our clients are on there. But the point is, that's the 3 things that I would normally send my clients. Now, as I'm thinking about this now, I think I would like 3 buttons on my website as well. I'm going to ask our web developer to just literally put 3 buttons on our website that talks about those 3 things. So here I'm just going to go and type an email, and I'm literally going to say here, hello. Let's quickly hold on, guys. I hit a button there as I typed. Hello. These 3 PDFs, can we make 3 buttons on our site that enables users to download these docs? I'm not sure I want to add the design portfolio because I don't want to disclose disclose names, but you get what I'm saying. What I'm saying, even if it is just the other two PDFs. Okay, great. So now I sent that. Now I know also when somebody goes to my website, they can actually download these documents and get on with it. That's what we want people to do. So cool. So like I said, that's kind of like at the end of the day going to be more salesy this part here, whether it's an email, phone call, WhatsApp. We're going to try and automate. With email, we can also automate like some educational sequences. But for me, from a hardcore lead gen perspective, I'd rather just the people that inquire that don't convert, I'd rather just put them in retargeting audiences on my funnels. Cool. So great. We know that that's going to happen there. The email is going to be just an email, and the phone call is just going to be a phone call. Fantastic. So there's my conversion ad methodology done. Now you'll see here at the bottom, I've got a other one called a lead campaign. So I'm actually just going to break up these Google boards into two Google boards. This one here is going to be for the conversion ad. And like I said, guys, we're still here in the planning phase of everything. We haven't even done anything substantial. We're just literally figuring out flow. So my conversion ad, there we go. I've got a plan there of my flow. And now with the lead campaign, I need to create a flow there as well. So yeah, I'm just going to delete the section there, and here I'm going to get that away on my new board so that we can start nice and fresh. Cool. So with the lead ad funnel, it's kind of going to work the same, but not. It depends on the process. So basically, lead ads. Let's speak about lead ads. Lead ads are basically forms that people can fill in that bypasses the website. Should the user want to fill in the form first, right, and then visit the website, there is that option. But a lead form is quick and easy. It's a very quick and easy form. Now, there is a downside to it. You might not get the best leads, right? But there is something called it's almost like conditional how can I say this, rationalization. It's almost like you could literally, like conditional formatting. It's almost like you could ask it questions, and if the person is great, qualifies himself as a lead, the lead comes to you, the customer. If it doesn't, like the bot will just say, sorry, but you don't pre-qualify, we can't help you. Which does help if you're getting like tons of leads and you don't have time to speak to everybody. And that's the other thing that you never should feel guilty about. You can't help everybody. You literally cannot help everybody. If a prospect does not fill your prerequisites, there's no reason to continue the conversation. You can give information, you can let that prospect make up their mind and maybe take the jump, whether that's now, in your case, maybe you're in the service industry like I am. Maybe the client first wants to talk about it and then inquire, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, you need to pre-qualify your leads, because time is money, and you cannot be spending like talking to leads, and there's no promise of conversion. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys again. So here, long story short, with our lead ads, I'm not going to run lead ads on Google. I'm going to do these lead ads only on Meta and TikTok. I've seen good pricing here, so I am going to literally just run it there. I'm actually also, with my conversion ad, I am not going to run ads on LinkedIn. I am just going to do Meta, Google Search, Google Display. So on my lead ads, I'm going to do Meta and TikTok. Now, what's going to happen here? People are going to do something after seeing my ad. And what they're going to do is the following. They're not going to go to the website. This almost like, I would almost say all these things here may happen afterwards should the client like really be serious and do a double inquiry. So they may go to that last phase. I'm just gonna put this in here. I'm gonna say potential last phase. So you might get your guys that already inquired on the lead form and then regardless go to the website and inquire. I've seen that happening before, but that's I'll just say the step 3, a potential last inquiry. Fantastic. So what are they going to do when they see the ad? They are going to fill in a lead form, right? That is literally what they're going to do. So here, from there, they've got one option, and that is they're either going to fill a lead form in, or they're not going to fill in a lead form. So they're going to fill in a lead form. And please, guys, be alert. I'm only showing the direct funneling version here, and like in the sense of cool, everything goes well. I haven't even here added a second block, because here basically this should be split into 2 sections. Here it should be split into they're going to either inquire or they are gonna abandon the experience, the decision making. So we haven't even spoken about if somebody does not make a decision, what are the steps there, but that's a completely different funnel at this stage. For now, I'm just going, great stuff. Everybody inquires with me. Things are awesome. We'll obviously handle the abandon section as well, because it's super, super important. I cannot tell you how important this section here is, but we'll dive into that right now. Not immediate right now. After I'm done with the lead ad side. So just again, to refresh you guys, we're building 2 ads here. We're building a conversion ad, where conversion happens on a website, and the other ad is we're building a lead ad where the conversion is not on the website. The user has a chance to go to the website afterwards, but the submission is on the social media platform itself. So here we're at the lead ad now, so they're going to either fill in the form. After filling in the form, there's a potential last phase of them doing everything again. Which it's rare, but it sometimes does happen. The second thing is they're not going to fill in the form, right? So here, they don't fill in the form. Okay. They don't fill in the form. Fantastic. Cool. So here, we've discussed at these sections on the right last time. We have discussed, kind of like just notes, because sometimes with me, I can get so far deep into the rabbit hole that I forget. But the objective is what? We want to launch an ad campaign for Cyborg Digital. We want to get leads that convert into customers. How are we going to do this? We're going to do this with ads on multiple platforms, and it's going to be a combination of lead ads and conversion ads. Then, where am I going to do it? So we know for the conversion campaign, we're doing it on Meta, TikTok, Google Search Display, and then on Instagram. Not Instagram, Meta is Instagram. On LinkedIn, I took it out there because I've just seen with LinkedIn, sometimes costs are quite high. I might change that. I don't know how I feel about it. I might change it. We'll see. Okay, so that's for the conversion ad, and then for the lead ad, we're straight up going to go Meta and TikTok. We said there we want to launch this at the 1st of September, so I was not live for the last 2 weeks, so we only have 3 weeks to meet our deadline. So we're going to have to push. We might do more lives this week, but we're going to launch still 1 September. So we said there, okay, who and what do I need to do this? These are the questions I spoke about. How, when, what, why, just questions. We said we need a video asset, design assets, copies, emailers. We need a pre-qualifying technique. We need a booking system. We need a sales deck, a sales pitch, a rate card offering. There were so many ideas. And then here, we said there, cool, we need these questions on the website to kind of solve our problems. Okay, so those were all interesting notes that are just giving me severe anxiety at this stage, but let's continue. So, besides now knowing the plus minus flow of how we're going to do it, is now we have to talk about advertising 101. And this is something that's, I see some people sometimes bypass. Now, what do I mean about this? Guys, a ad stays a ad. Doesn't, like, I don't care if you're whoever saying, yeah, it isn't like that. If your ad sucks, nobody's going to watch it. It doesn't matter what kind of objective and technical process and funneling system. If you have a bad ad, nobody is going to do something on it. That ad needs to speak to your audience. So I'm literally going to just like draw this out for you. At the end of the day, I believe that 3 things make an ad successful. 3 things. Any marketing effort, whether it's online, offline, whatever the case might be, I believe highly that 3 things make advertisement successful. And those 3 things are the following. Budget. And I'll explain now why I say budget. But the first thing is budget. The second thing is your targeting. Who's seeing this ad? Who's my audience? Who's the avatars that I'm trying to reach? And then the last thing is the creative, the ad. Creative is ad, design, video, however you want to put it. So I'm actually going to say ad formula is going to be my next board. So first things first, why am I saying that budget matters every single time when you do an advertisement? You're paying for eyes. You're paying for a certain set of eyes to see your ad. Now, a lot of people don't understand that sometimes I'm clicky. Sometimes I want to click. I'm scrolling on Facebook, I'm scrolling on Instagram, I'm scrolling on TikTok, and I'm feeling clicky on Monday. But on Wednesday, I'm not clicky. So sometimes I might scroll past the ads that I see, but sometimes I'll actually engage. So retargeting, exceptionally important. But when it comes to budget, the topic that we're at now, you're paying for those eyes. So if you're paying a little amount for a little amount of eyes, the chances of conversion happening is not a lot, because you don't have a lot of people looking at the ad. You need a lot of eyes looking at the ad and then going like, oh, okay, cool, this like kind of seems like a good idea. Now, a big question that everybody always asks me, yeah, but with budget, how much must I spend then? I mean, guys, think about it. At the end of the day, if you're paying, I think the benchmark for CPM in South Africa is 30 Rand. So what that means is you don't want to pay more than 30 Rand to reach 1,000 people. So CPM, cost per 1,000, impressions, mileage, however the people want to use their lingo. You need to be realistic about budgets. For me, I normally tell a client never spend less than 2,500 Rand on an ongoing conversion campaign. Never ever spend less than 2,500. I've had some people that try 1,000 and less, but you're not going to get the same results. So I would say the bar of entry normally is 2,500 Rand. If you're talking dollars, you want to look at minimum, especially because in overseas countries with euro, dollars, whatever, the budgets are way more steep there. But I would say you're looking at nothing less than $15 a day, and that's like a pretty low budget. I think that if you're from America or Europe, you're probably gonna laugh at us South Africans saying that, but yeah, that's what I would recommend. I also say don't give them too much. If you're a new industry, newer testing this out, like start low and figure out your cost per lead or your cost per acquisition and then scale that and try and minimize your cost per acquisition. But I would say for budget 2.5, in our case, we're gonna drop some money. I'm not gonna disclose that amount now, but from a budget perspective, we know what our budget is. We're gonna put some money behind our ads. So cool. Our budget, it's sorted. We've got it. It's locked and loaded. It's ready to go 1 September. So we're good when it comes to budget. And now you know why budget is so important. The second thing is your targeting. Targeting is getting the right person, right, to see your business. It doesn't help if you're selling cars that you're advertising to somebody that doesn't like to drive. The chances of somebody buying by you is nothing. So you want to make sure that the right people see your ads. Now, when it comes to our targeting, I am not going to disclose so much because obviously it's our IP, it's our recipe. But long story short, I'm looking for business owners. I'm looking for business owners that are the decision makers or somebody below the business owner that can make that decision for them. I'm looking for hardcore inquiries. So Cyborg's looking for business owners. I'm not going to go in depth in explaining the targeting there. But like I said, if you want us to build audiences for you guys, for your business, you know what our website is. It's cyborgdigital.co.za. We can definitely help you out with targeting. And I think we've had a video or two in the past about targeting. You can check that out. There's so many cool options on all these platforms, and each platform is unique and different. So the cool thing is each platform has different targeting options, especially TikTok. South African business owners, I'm telling you now, if you have not checked out TikTok advertising, you are behind. You are behind. There are buttons in TikTok. It's insane. You can hit a button there saying people with higher spending power. You know, that's an option. So there's some options on TikTok. Insane, especially if you're in the e-commerce game. Okay, and then the last thing is creative. So creative is basically what are the people going to see. So like I said, when it comes to budget, I know, like, you know, I know I'm cool with that and how I worked it out. I'm just gonna do I'm gonna do that kind of shape to know that's done. So a little electric thing. That's done. When it comes to targeting, I handle that. I've got my little formulas. That's done. And like I said, just for the video's purpose, I'm not going to disclose too much in that. And then the last thing is creative. Creative is quite important. And I want to speak to you guys about creative and targeting in a different level as well. I just want to put this here. The creative, I'll share a bit about how to create that later with you guys. But when it comes to your creative and when it comes to your targeting, I kind of want to just like expand this a bit. So when it comes to your targeting, guys, you're going to have two audiences. I believe in having two audiences when it comes to your targeting. You might have three audiences. And you know what? Actually, let's put that in. You might have three audiences, in my opinion, and I'll tell you now why. You're going to have three audiences. Number one, you're going to have a broad audience. A broad audience is your new blood, the people that you are targeting. So that's normally your new blood audience, you know, somebody that's a business owner, fantastic. But something very important as well is we're going to need a retargeting audience. And that retargeting audience, we're going to have different touch points when it comes to that. So here, I want somebody that visited my website before. I want somebody that visited my social media before. I want my customer database to be here. Those are the three retargeting things that might be useful to Cyborg. So I know, listen, I need to get my database ready for this ad. That's another thing to do. And I think whilst I'm on here, customer database, I'm just going to go here and say, what do I need to do this? I need my customer database. I'm just putting that point in there so that I know not to forget about that. Cool. So customer database, and then something else, a lookalike audience. Lookalike audience is where I tell the system, listen, use the other data and find me an audience like that data I provided. So from a targeting perspective, that's kind of what we're looking at there. When it comes to our Google search campaign, we obviously need some keywords. And let me show you how easy this is. If you are looking for keywords for your business and so forth. I'm literally going to go here on ChatGPT and I'm going to say here, act as the best Google ad specialist and write me keywords that would be searched the most in South Africa for digital marketing. Here is some info on the company we need keywords for. And then I'm going to provide it with information of our company. And just like that, I've got an AI giving me the best keywords possibly, for my agency. And it's just going to write down all the keywords there or the search phrases or whatever the case might be. Now, something that's very important that I want to say here, you can't just copy and paste that. You can't. You have to now obviously, load that up into Keyword Planner and then see what's the search volume for those keywords. You're going to still have to do some research on it. If you just copy and paste that, you're probably just going to get a lot of traffic and no conversion. So we're still going to, go through that and see, can we use it? Can we not use it? Whatever the case might be. So I'm just going to take this list now. And I am going to basically just create a little Excel sheet for myself and save it on my PC. Let me do that. Boom, boom, boom. Call it Cyborg search words, keywords. Fantastic. So there it is. It's saved. Now on our little sheet here, I will say here, just so that we know, have copy here just saying check saved search keywords for Google. Check save search keywords for Google. Fantastic. Okay, so now I know I've got that there, and that's semi-done. I must just still obviously do my research there. But there's something done. Now, creative. Creative is another part that we have to look at. Creative is, how is the ad going to look? What is the messaging going to be? And so forth. I think we're going to discuss that in our next session. Definitely. Because I see we're at 43 minutes already. But I think we're going to discuss that in our next session. And guys, our next session should be, I'm going to try and push for tomorrow or Saturday, or then I'll see you Monday and Wednesday next week. But then we'll speak about creative, instead of the technical stuff, creative, how to get the ad going. And then we're also going to have a dummy checklist version before we launch everything to go like, have we thought about everything? Have we thought about testimonials? Have we thought about, because when you get an ad live, you don't want to stress. You just want to focus on sales then. You don't want to figure out your funnel anymore. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining today. It's been a minute, like I said. I am really trying to push these lives as much as I can. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you're learning something. I think tip of the week that I want to give every business owner is not going to be my normal addy tip. I'm going to give you this tip of the week because I needed this tip of the week the last 2 weeks in my journey in life. Be kind to yourself. If you're a business owner and you are busting your ass in South Africa, I understand you. I feel you. I understand. It's rough. It is very rough. You're dealing with people, emotions, bottom line figures. It's a lot. And I think that one thing that you need to know is be kind to yourself. You can't always be optimal. Try and be regardless. Be honest with your clients. Do the best job that you can. If your best is not enough, it's also okay. And just be the best version of you can be, but keep on pushing. We need more small businesses in South Africa, businesses in general, to keep on pushing and keep on trying and keep on creating. Create. The country situation might not change, but we can change. And I believe if we bring positive change to this country, we will make a difference. Anyway, that's my emotional tip for the day. And then I'm going to leave you guys with this. I'm going to leave you with our little mantra that we always do. And I'll repeat, guys. Embrace the power of structure and flow. They are the pillars that transform chaos into progress. If it feels like your life is falling apart,